What's up, Bree? What's up, Keith? What's up, Lisa? Damn, I want all three. Ooh, Ashley. Hey, ooh, Ashley. Hey, I get hard when she walk past me.
What's the word, man? It's your boy OT Nesto. You dig? You dig? You feel me? So, today's content is gonna be, kind of therapeutic. You feel me? Like on some, like I need to get some stuff off my chest. You feel me? Like, so, lately I've been going through some love sickness. You feel me? Like, and so I don't know how many people go through love sickness. I know y'all probably thinking, bro, like everybody been love sick before, but like for the people that don't know what love sickness is like, if you lost somebody that like either died, that like if you lost somebody that died, you're going through love sickness, or like if you was in a relationship and y'all didn't really like break up on good terms. I'm kind of stalling a little bit because I'm high, but y'all didn't really break up on good terms. Like y'all kind of just said fuck each other. You feel me? Like literally fuck each other. So I'm having that love sickness. You feel me? Like we just said F each other. You feel me? And like, we didn't really leave off on good terms. You feel me? So I was in a relationship with this girl, right? So I'm a kind of like, go into the fact of how it all started and stuff. So I moved down here to Texas or whatever, I started working at the airport. You feel me? I started working at the that wasn't my first job when I first moved down here, but I started working at the airport. And so I was working for this company called ABM, And so, when you move from a different state, females love out of towners, you feel me? Females love dudes that's from out of town, like not usual dudes that they used to seeing or even talking a different way, you feel me? So like, I ain't gonna cap, I was in my prime. Like everybody, I ain't gonna cap, everybody was trying to mess with me, you feel me? Like everybody was trying to get on me, you feel me? Like, and I ain't trying to boost myself like I'm the sexiest dude in the world, because right now I'm rough. Like I'm rough as hell. Like, and that's because like, sometimes, people will say, bro, think of yourself before you think of others, but it's hard to do that when you've been thinking of others all your life, you feel me? But so I'm gonna get to her mom, I'm going too far. I actually was cool with her mom first, like, and I like to the point that I was calling her mom my mom, you feel me? Like her mom was like giving me wonderful advice about relationships that I was in, like what I should do and all type of stuff. Like she was real cool. She was very down to earth or whatever. And so she also had a daughter that worked there, and I'm gonna call her M too. And so she had a daughter that worked there. And so like she was my sis, like, that cool girl, like, you like, what's the word, sis? Like, what you got going on? She was like that. Every time I seen her, every single day, what's up, sis? How you doing? You feel me? Like you cool? Like everything is okay? And so, I remember one day I got them coffee in the morning. I got her mom coffee, and I got her daughter coffee. And so I think it was like a few days after that, she called me while I was working on the plane or whatever. She called me. She was like, you want breakfast? And I was like, nah, I'm cool. Like, I'm cool. I've never been a breakfast person for real. And so she was like, I'm gonna get you breakfast anyway. And I'm like, all right, bet, like whatever, like it's cool. And so I got off of work. At this time I was in a relationship with somebody else, and she knew this. Like she was also in a relationship herself. But as I thought, I'm gonna get more into that situation, okay? But she had just got out of a relationship. I didn't know that she had just got out of a relationship. And so that morning I got off of work. I went to go to her car to get my breakfast. And so I'm trying to grab the breakfast, and she's not trying to hand it to me. Like she's playing with me at this point. And so I'm reaching for the breakfast and I'm like, bruh, give me the breakfast. And so then she looks at me. And so I'm looking at her and I'm like, what's up? Like, and then she kisses me. And this is M2. This is not the mom. This is her daughter. M2 kisses me, right? And so it made me feel so crazy because it made me feel like I was in elementary school and like I liked the girl for the first time, you feel me? Like it made me feel like it made me melt, no cap. Like I ain't finna like cap on that, but it made me melt, you feel me? And so then this situationship starts happening. Like, you know, we start getting real close or whatever. And at this time I'm still in a relationship. And so basically the situation with the girl that I was with before, it went horrible, bro. Like she did me dirty. Like she did me dirty. Like she did me horrible. You feel me? So this situation starts happening with M2, and then it starts to get deeper, you feel me? So it got to a situation where with her family where, you know, her dad was like that, you know, it's a situation with her family, her mom, her dad and stuff. And everybody was ready to split ways. And she has 2 kids, by the way. And I didn't really notice it because I wasn't looking at her like that. But when we was working together, like when I first started working there, she was pregnant. And I didn't notice it because she wore, you know, regular pregnant girl clothes, you feel me, where it's not really noticeable. And so I didn't notice anyway because I wasn't even looking at her like that. But so we're both at while the situation is getting like stronger and stronger, we were both living separately, you feel me? Like we were living separately. Like she was at her mom's house and I was at my mom's house. We was living separately. And so then the situation happens with her family. And so I was like, how about we just get an apartment together? You feel me? She was like, because she's not used to being away from her family, you feel me? Like she's very family oriented. Like she like has all belief in her family. Like she feel like they could never do no wrong, you feel me? So I'm like, look, if they talking about, and your mom already, it seemed like she already making plans to move, you feel me? And so I was like, how about we just get an apartment together? And so she was like, okay, let's do it. And so we do it, you know, everything's finalized, we're good, like. But that's when things start changing. Like, things start changing for the worse. Like, assume, and have been knowing each other for a long while, like at least 3 years prior to this coming along, you feel me? But within at least like those 2 years rolling into 3 years, that's when the situation happened. Like she kissed me. And I didn't even know it was on that type of time. But okay, so we get an apartment. Everything starts going horrible. Like at this point, we're arguing on a daily basis. Small fights, but it sometimes some people take situations and make them bigger than what they, like we start. I'm gonna give you something for example. She told me that she felt like she wasn't pleasing me. How? And it wasn't, it wasn't even nothing to do with me. She said it's just how it makes her feel. I'm like, so you just having this feeling like that you don't satisfy me? She was like, yeah, it's just me. Like what? Like just like off the wall stuff like that. Like, and so going down the line, bro, like it used to turn into stuff like, at this point, we're both getting in trouble with the law. You feel me? So we had a situation where she got mad at me about our dog, right? She got upset with me about our dog, right? And so at this point, it just turns into petty stuff, like stuff that's unnecessary, stuff that doesn't even need to be going on within the relationship for no reason. Like, and that's literally what it is. So one night, she got mad at me about the dog because we had just made it home. The dog hops out the car, right? It runs over to this crowd of dudes. I go get the dog. At this time, I'm still trying to get my stepson from out the back of the car, right? I have to put the dog down to do this. I'm not gonna be able to do both. And so the dog runs to the other side of the car, but she doesn't see it. So she was like, "Where's the dog?" It was to the point where she was like paranoid somebody was gonna steal the dog or some shit. But I was like, I don't know. I don't know. Whistle for him, babe. I don't know how to whistle. I don't know. And basically, the dog barely even listened to me itself. So I was like, I don't know. Whistle for him, babe. I don't know where he went. But then she caught an attitude, like that fast. She caught an attitude. And she was like, oh, so you trying to be tough in front of them niggas, huh? What the fuck? I don't even know them. I don't know who they are. What are you talking? I was like, what are you talking about? I said, all I said was whistle for him. And then when she looked back, he was right there behind her anyway. So we get in the house, bro. She's very abusive. She's very, very abusive. She's very abusive. So some things transpired. She was trying to kick my clothes outside the door. Not even trying to put my clothes outside the door. She blatantly was kicking my clothes all over the house. Then I called the police, right? Because think about it. Can't no man sit there and beat on a woman, bro. Can't no man sit there and just beat on a woman. But I also learned that you can't call the police for help, right? So the situation gets even worse. I call the police, bro. Worst decision of my life. I called the police. So it took them a minute to come. So by the time everything finished, I was going to leave. The police pulled up, right? They was like, so what happened? And so I told them the situation. I was like, bro, she got upset with me over a dog. And I tried to talk to her, literally, like without yelling or any of that. Like I wasn't snapping on her. I was just like, do you look at yourself? You getting upset with me about a dog right now, like, and that's literally the situation. And then the situation just went from bad to worse. And so he was like, all right, I'm finna go talk to her. He wanted to talk to her. And so something told me, I'm like, by as long as the situation was taken and for him to come back, all I could say to myself was, it was officer sitting there waiting with me too. But I was like, something is telling me that she's crying wolf. And so she was like, what you mean? I said, I guarantee that she's crying wolf to him. I was like, I guarantee it. And so the man comes back. He didn't even tell me what the situation, like what happened, or he didn't even give me my rights or nothing. Literally, he didn't give me my rights or nothing. So he just walks up and says, put your hands behind your back. And I'm like, for what? I said, what did I said, I'm the one that called y'all. I said, what? I said, what's going on? He said, you've been charged with assault. I said, are you serious right now? So I went to jail, and y'all gonna have to wait for the next one, you feel me? Hey, but look, y'all gonna have to wait for the next video because this situation gets even deeper, bro. The situation gets even more deeper than this. So y'all gonna have to stay tuned for the next one. You feel me? So OT Nesto out. You dig? Yeah, dig. You feel me? On God.